Welcome back to another episode of our Copart Toyota Tacoma rebuild series. We've gotten the large majority of all the mechanical issues resolved with this thing, mostly the two manifolds we had to remove and replace, along with all 12 studs that snapped off in the cylinder head. Pretty much all prepped up for paint. As you saw, I filled in this area of the rocker and that little part of the fender. Sanded down the door jambs, at least in the bottom part, as well as the top part of the rocker. Just finished up fairing this area right here, which I'm quite proud of because this was fully reformed from here down with new sheet metal and bondo. Of course, I'm not going to worry about this part here because this is under the fender flare. I'm not going to waste time making this area perfect. It'll get paint to protect it, of course, but other than that, this strip here is all that's really going to be showing, and I'm really happy. I just hit this all with some 400 grit sandpaper after going over it with 120. I got the basic shape with 120 and then smoothed it out with 400. It's really smooth now. It's a nice transition right here. So I'm excited to get some paint on all these recently sanded areas. Just did a little sanding here around the fuel door. Gotta touch up those two areas. Gotta do a little touch up right here. Of course, we have the tailgate all faired out here, ready for paint. Again, a little bit more on this corner. Same deal on this bed corner here. Got it all faired out and sanded down. I also sanded both the cab corners because the paint was pretty junk on this, and I figure if we're painting this right next to it, might as well spray over and do this area along with the door jambs. So as you can see, I've begun masking things off, just kind of trying to lay some lines where we're actually going to tape up all the plastic, protect the rest of the paint, protect the interior. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of nervous to paint these door jambs. It looks like someone painted on with a brush previously, some silver paint just to protect it. Probably because they didn't want to mask off the doors and deal with that. So this is definitely going to be interesting. This is the biggest painting project I've ever done. I'm just thankful it's on a 2005 250,000 mile Tacoma, not on a classic Corvette, not on a Beamer, nothing too nice. You know, I do really like this truck, but a lot of the paint was garbage when I got it. I'm definitely no professional, but I figure I can probably improve it from its current state, so we're gonna give it a shot today. I'm gonna get the rest of this masked off and be time to spray some paint. Well, I've got about a metric ton of masking tape and plastic on the Tacoma behind me here. That took a lot longer than I expected. Probably an hour I spent just masking this thing off, and I'll show you why. Of course, I outlined most things first so that I knew where to put the plastic, and actually lining the edge of the door right there with the tape exposed on the back. You can just stick the plastic to it. Kind of a little cheat code. I did the door jambs, of course. I did the bottom of each door, covered this part of the frame right here that's really close to where we're painting. Again, bottom of each door, the lift arms. We have our fuel door masked off, have the actual gas cap itself masked off so that we can paint this little area right here. And you'll see in each area, I leave a lot of room with the factory paint right here. And of course, I'm not going to paint all the way out to this corner. I'm actually just going to try to paint right here and blend into the factory paint by going really lightly out towards the edges, just a light dusting around the edges. And hopefully when we put clear coat over it, it'll all blend together nicely. Not really sure, I'm kind of nervous about that, but also have the tailgate masked off. Again, leaving a lot of room outside just to blend the paint. Have this little guy in the bottom right corner, this corner here, and the same deal over on the passenger side. So you can probably see why that took so long. A lot of crawling around over on the passenger side here. I'm up against the wall of the barn. Can't even fully open the doors. So I'm gonna be crawling under there really carefully this whole time while painting. Let's get to it. Well, 9 o'clock rolled around a little bit quicker than I thought it would. This consumed my entire day. This is like a 12-hour day. But she's painted. Just to cover what I used really quickly, I used that Smart primer that I showed you guys earlier. I sprayed probably 3 coats of that. I hit that very lightly with some 1000 grit sandpaper. It calls for 400, but that seemed way too aggressive. And I'm glad I used 1000 because that was plenty of grit to get the surface smooth, and it didn't take a lot of sanding at all. But that primer did a good job of filling in little scratches and small imperfections. Sprayed down about 4 coats of base just to make sure we had full color coverage. Again, I fanned out and just very lightly painted the perimeter of each area. And I just finished it up with about 3 coats of Spray Max 2K, and you can see the camera light already. It's pretty smooth finish out of the can. I don't think we'll have to do much wet sanding or polishing at all. But just to show you, you can see this is the OEM paint. It has some scratches right there. And this is our new paint. No scratches. But you'll notice there's no color difference here. Of course, there's a difference in shininess. This is brand new clear coat and it's still wet, so it appears a lot more shiny than the dry clear coat. But look at that color. You really can't tell the color difference at all. So I'm stoked on the color blending from Finish Master in Salem. Thank you guys for the custom color matched paint. Looks awesome. I'm super stoked with this. My only concern is I probably should have given myself a little bit more room. I shouldn't have taped so close to the paint areas because I would have liked to fan things out a little bit more for blending. I think I ran into my paint lines. I mean, we can see just by looking at the masking tape where I actually painted to. I definitely didn't paint all the way out here, but you can see I kind of bled into the paint. I kind of ran into the tape line right there. I should have given myself a little bit more room. Obviously, same deal right here, but that doesn't matter because that little tread plate is going to cover that. But I think we definitely made an improvement. It's a hell of a lot better than the paint-on paint job that it came in with. These door jambs are glistening. Show you the tailgate here. Again, I went over a little too far over here. Fingers crossed when we pull off this tape we don't have too much clear coat built up. You can just wet sand and get rid of any sort of little lip. Do some polishing and she should be all good. Alright, 2 full days later now. I let that clear coat cure for a full 24 hours undisturbed with the garage closed, just to make sure it fully hardened. We were painting in pretty humid conditions, so I was expecting the clear coat to harden a little bit slower than normal, but we're back 2 days later, ready to peel off all the masking and see how we did. I'm a little bit nervous, but really excited. Let's pull this masking tape and plastic off and see how we did. Alright, fully unmasked. First impressions, I could have given myself a little bit more room to fan out and blend the paint. Although I avoided painting outside of the tape or even up to the tape, just over the layers, I got a little ridge to build up right along the tape lines, at least most of them. You can kind of see that here. I did a better job of fanning it right there. You can hardly see the line over here, but right here you can see the line and you can feel it just a little bit. It's a little bit of residue from the tape. It's looking a lot better when I just go like this. Line is almost gone, and depending on how you look at it, the paint color is exactly identical. It's just different clear coat. So, you know, this has scratches. It looks a lot more dull and faded out. This doesn't have scratches. So we're going to do a little bit of wet sanding, I think, and maybe a little bit of polishing to blend this together. But I'm pretty happy with it. Show you our door jambs here. I did a pretty good job of blending it right here. You can hardly tell. This is where the tape line was, right here. So with a little wet sanding, these all should go away and should all blend together a lot better. For all intents and purposes, we have paint on here protecting it. That's really what matters. I really should have given myself more room in this area to fan out. There is a pretty good sized lip, but again, I think this should go away with some wet sanding. Same deal on the tailgate, a little lip there. So we'll see what some wet sanding can do. But that's gonna wrap up this episode of the Copart Tacoma. I'm really stoked that we got the paint work done. Of course, we still have a few little minor touch-ups to do, like this little guy right here. Do that with a paint pen. We have a dent in the roof that we have to try to do paintless dent repair on. Get our fender flares back on. It'll look a lot better with those suckers back on here. Do have a new rear bumper in. We gotta reinstall our rehabbed tow hitch, and this sucker is going to be looking a hell of a lot better. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. I definitely did. As always, any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on JD Cars.